Welcome, everyone. Thank you for being here today. I'm excited to introduce you to a powerful concept that can truly change how you approach attraction, connection, and romantic pursuit. Today's presentation is titled The True Psychological Heart of Seduction, and it's all about understanding the core principle that underpins genuine attraction. Over the next few slides, we'll explore what game really is, beyond tricks and manipulations, and how embracing play can transform your approach. So, let's dive in and discover how this single principle can reshape your perspective on seduction and connection. And seduction begins in this shared world. This is exactly why play is powerful and dangerous. It has the ability to alter reality, creating a shared world that exists alongside the official world everyone else sees. And because we become so connected to these roles, we often forget they are just roles at all. We perform roles, defend identities, and take our personas seriously. Humans never really stop playing. It's a fundamental part of who we are. Adults, however, become experts at disguising their play as seriousness. In fact, the most pervasive form of play is playing at not playing. Play often gets a bad reputation, almost as damaged as the word game. Many treat play as something only for children, silly, trivial, unserious, or just a temporary escape from real life. But this is a profound misunderstanding from a psychological perspective. Play is much deeper and more impactful than most people realize. This is what it truly means to see the spaceship. When you enter a shared reality with someone who finally sees you the way you see yourself, it's incredibly intoxicating. It's almost impossible to resist. It's like a deep form of seduction. Why does it feel that way? Because almost everyone carries a little private vanity, a belief that they're exceptional in ways others simply don't notice. And I say this sincerely, which means you're almost always willing to step into that shared world with me. Whether I see you as a rare, capable person, a misunderstood spiritual guide, an unappreciated genius, or a ravishing beauty, if I see you not as just an ordinary person, but as the version of yourself you secretly long to be, that creates a powerful connection. But here's the thing. Adults tend to have a less flexible imagination. A pencil-turned spaceship might be too whimsical for their ego to accept. They believe this means they live in objective reality. But really, it's simpler than that. A child looks at a pencil and transforms it into a spaceship. An initiated adult might humor that idea, but rarely truly sees the spaceship themselves. Play, at its core, happens when someone creates a secondary reality inside the larger one, a world only accessible to those who are initiated. Inside this world, objects and people take on special significance, giving them a kind of deeper meaning that's not immediately obvious in everyday life. That's what play really is. The worst seducers often rely on cheesy scripts that feel forced and unnatural. They might memorize lines or act in a way that doesn't truly resonate. Good seducers, on the other hand, are able to pretend well. They can adapt and make it seem effortless. But the best seducers believe in their own play, meaning they're fully immersed in the role they're playing, even if it's just a game. And here, the key, this isn't about the play being real, but about it feeling real. That's where emotional immersion, sincerity, and seriousness come into play. When you're genuinely engaged and sincere, it shows. Effective seduction depends on this authenticity. If the person senses you're just flattering or performing, or if they think you're humoring their self-image, the illusion shatters and the spell breaks. The most skilled seducers understand that play must be taken seriously. Just like actors, they stay in character, never revealing that they're playing. That consistency keeps the illusion alive and makes the connection more compelling. And why does sincerity matter more than technique? Because no matter how polished your lines are, if it's not genuine, it won't resonate. Authenticity creates trust and emotional engagement, which are the real foundations of attraction. People are not as rigid as they might seem at first glance. In fact, they are often waiting for someone to give them permission to be more, to reveal what's truly inside. When you keep in mind that others are also playing roles, repressing parts of themselves, pretending and performing, it opens up a whole new perspective. It allows you to see beyond the surface and explore their hidden desires. Remember, you're not just who you think you are. You're also playing a role, adapting to the situation. This realization makes you more flexible. You can shift. You can express different sides of yourself as the moment calls for it. This flexibility is key to understanding seduction, because seduction feeds on what people hide from themselves, those forbidden, exciting parts they keep tucked away. These hidden parts become magnetically charged, forbidden, and thrilling, because whatever is suppressed tends to become more alluring. Most adults think they are fixed, stable, and consistent. They cling tightly to their identities and push away anything that contradicts that image. That suppression creates a fertile ground for seduction to take hold. And that's the paradox. Adults often forget that they're also playing roles, just like everyone else. By recognizing that, we can understand how easily people can be drawn into seduction, because they're unconsciously craving what they're not allowed to fully express. This is why people crave seduction, even if they pretend otherwise. Seduction has a unique power to reintroduce elements that are often missing in adult life: imagination, risk, danger, and novelty. These ingredients are essential because they bring excitement and a sense of wonder that many of us don't experience regularly. Think of seduction as creating a shared world, one filled with tension, desire, possibility, and play. It's like stepping into a more magical version of life, where the boundaries of the everyday dissolve and everything feels more vibrant and alive. It's also a way to access a more vibrant version of ourselves, something deeper, more alive. Seduction acts as a doorway, a gateway into a space where escape is possible. Modern life, as we all know, can become quite repetitive. For many, it feels like an endless loop of responsibilities, transactions, chores, and obligations. In this cycle, the thrill and unpredictability that come with seduction are often missing. That's why, on a subconscious level, most people secretly want to be seduced. It's not just about romance or attraction. It's about breaking free from the monotony and inviting a sense of magic, play, and possibility back into our lives. When you do this well, seduction becomes almost effortless. The key is timing, knowing not too soon, not too late, so that desire enters the shared reality, not just the ordinary one. It's about creating a space where both of you can engage on a deeper level. Introducing sexual tension at the right moment is crucial. Human desire often lives in what people hide from themselves, in those unspoken parts of their inner world. That's why mirroring the repressed self is so powerful. It allows you to connect with those hidden truths, making the interaction more authentic. It's important to approach this without winks, irony, or breaking character. Enter this shared reality seriously and sincerely. People long to be seen as they truly are, not as they pretend or as others perceive them. So see them as they wish to be seen, understanding their true selves, not just the surface. This creates a world you enter together, where ordinary identities loosen and new meanings emerge. And when you put all these pieces together, the timing, the authenticity, the shared space, the process of seduction becomes clear. It's really about guiding playfully and intentionally through these psychological steps, making the experience natural and compelling. Dominance can attract, that's true. Play, on the other hand, can truly enchant. When you combine these two elements, they become unstoppable forces in connection. Being an alpha male doesn't automatically create seduction. That's a common misconception. What really draws people in is playfulness and emotional intelligence. These qualities foster genuine connection and shared experiences, creating a shared world where both people feel understood and engaged. That's the real magic. In today's world, a lot of male-focused relationship advice emphasizes dominance, stoicism, or just projecting alpha posturing. And yes, those traits can be useful at times, but they're incomplete on their own. The big mistake many men make is overemphasizing alpha energy at the expense of other vital qualities. Because at the end of the day, attraction isn't just about control or toughness. It's about connection, playfulness, and genuine emotional understanding. Play is truly at the heart of every game we engage in. The one who plays with skill and authenticity is the one who ultimately wins. And winning here isn't about manipulation or trickery. It's about awakening something inside the other person that has been dormant for too long. When we play genuinely, we tap into a deeper connection and potential. Now, the person who knows they are in the game, that awareness, that's where real power lies. Because once you recognize you're always playing, you realize you have influence over the entire process. You are always in the game, and so is everyone else. And that means, in any interaction or seduction, remember, seduction isn't about deception. It's about creating a richer, more vivid version of reality, one that people yearn for, even if they deny it. It's about inviting others into a space where they feel inspired and compelled to enter. So, as we wrap up, keep in mind that understanding these dynamics gives you a powerful advantage. It's about playing consciously, creating compelling realities, and recognizing that we're all always in the game.